And since you've solved this problem for us, we're eager for your expertise on our next and featured topic, which is the Jersey Devil.
Ooh.
Look how cute it is. It's like a horsey bat thing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful freak of nature.
You're exactly right. It is a beautiful freak of nature. It is a horsey bat thing. It's got the body of a kangaroo, the hooves of a horse, the head of a, some say dog, some say horse, the wings of a bat, but just, the size of the devil itself, not bat size.
Okay, so how big is this thing supposedly? Like, is it people size? Is it
it's
size?
like it's about the size of a kangaroo.
Okay. Oh yeah, because it's got like the horsey face and kangaroo-ish body sometimes.
Yeah.
With wings.
Yeah. So at one point there was someone that was trying to, one of those like sideshows that was, saying that they captured the Jersey Devil, and what they did is they just took a kangaroo and glued wings onto it.
That's great. Oh, I think I've seen like that when I was looking. I
bet you loved every single moment of that and was not angry.
It's not like they can box or anything.
I'd pay money to see that, like just a random person boxing a kangaroo with wings.
With wings.
Yeah, they should have done that.
You can that's a whole genre of YouTube video is people boxing
kangaroos.
I like that guy who saved his dog.
Yeah. Drunk Australian guys. So tell us more about this beautiful creature. And where does it live?
So I'm going to tell you guys the legend first, and then we'll talk about where it lives, and then we'll talk about the actual story, which I think is just as interesting, but in a different way as the legend.
Yeah, cool.
So in the 18th century, around 1735, I think it was, there was a woman, and her name was Mother Leeds, Leeds, so like Leeds, England. And she gave birth to her 13th child. She was married to a drunkard. He wasn't really taking good care of her or the kids. He was abusive. And so she was kind of fed up with the amount of kids she was having. So of course her 13th child, as he was being born, she cried out, "Oh, let this one be the devil." And I guess the devil heard her, because right before everyone's eyes, the baby transformed into what you see before you there, the Jersey Devil, and he started going on a rampage, killing the mom and some of the other onlookers in the house, and breaking free and storming into the Pine Barrens of New Jersey.
And that is these right here.
So that right there. Those are the Pine Barrens. For those of you in watching that aren't familiar with New Jersey, it's a big wooded area with pine trees. And apparently a very memorable episode of The Sopranos happened there. My grandma used to live right on the outskirts of the Pine Barrens growing up.
Oh,
so
no kidding.
Yeah, so we would drive through there sometimes. It was more in like college when I had my own car, where I would start like driving through and seeing things like the Great Swamp, which sounds really cool. It's actually really boring. And there's some other things I'll talk about.
Is it the Great Dismal Swamp, or is that a different spot?
It might be. I don't remember, honestly.
Okay. Yeah.
We just always called it the Great Swamp.
Okay.
It might be the Dismal Swamp. If it is, then I'm sorry for forgetting such a important detail, because that sounds cool.
It's like a phrase in the back of my head that it's like, is that it? Yeah. It might not be, but yeah, it's a good name for something though.
Yeah.
Cool. And so.
This is supposedly Mother Leeds' house. This is where the Jersey Devil spawned from.
Ooh. Is there a historical marker on it now?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't even know if it's still there. It's clear that picture was taken a while ago, because you could see.
Miranda mentions that she's a swamp expert, for she is from the Black Swamp. She says the Dismal Swamp is in Virginia. So thank you, Miranda.
Thank you, Miranda. I'm glad we have a swamp expert in the chat. You never know when you're going to need a swamp expert, so thanks.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yes. Yeah. Please continue.
Yeah, so the legend of the Jersey Devil, just permeated throughout the centuries. It's been passed down from generation to generation. It's kind of gotten a little cartoony over, time. It used to be something that people were actually scared of. We'll talk about that in a second.
Cool.
It used to be something that people were actually scared of. Now, people kind of treat it as a joke. Our hockey team is named the New Jersey Devils.
Mm-hmm.
There's the famous PlayStation 1 game, Jersey Devil, which we'll talk about later.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
But yeah, there's like groups of people that try to hunt the Jersey Devil, of course.
Yes.
So there's a group called the Jersey Devil Hunters, but they want to make it clear that they are not trying to kill the Jersey Devil.
Okay.
They just want to see it.
Yeah.
Make friends with it.
Yeah. So now I'll go real quick into the more historically accurate origin story, which again I think is right. So it looks boring so far, right? So basically, in the 1600s, a bunch of Quakers came over from Leeds, England, to New Jersey to settle. One of these was a gentleman by the name of Daniel Leeds. Oh, I should mention that it wasn't originally called the Jersey Devil; it's called the Leeds Devil. The Jersey Devil didn't start coming into play until like the probably the 1900s, maybe 1800s. But for a while, it's just called the Leeds Devil. So like from the 1735 on,
Okay.
Yeah. So
branding
he was branding change, because everyone's like, "What the hell is Leeds? That's a city in England. This is New Jersey. This thing lives in New Jersey.
It's my family lineage.
Right."
Respect.
Yeah. So Daniel Leeds settled in New Jersey. He was a Quaker. And he started what you see there, which is the oh god, I forget what it's called, and I can't read Old English. The American Almanac, with the CK at the end. And he kind of had a falling out with the Quaker community, because in his almanac, he started putting in some kind of like occult and like astrology type things, which the Quakers were not too fond of. So they kind of started. They weren't
Puritans.
They were close. They started accusing him of being evil and being the devil.
Okay.
So he keeps publishing his almanac. This is like the 1600s, the late 1600s. He retires in 1716, and he turns his business over to his son, and his son is named Titan Leeds. Now that is a cool name.
That's awesome.
Right. So Titan Leeds takes over the almanac business. And you could see, if you could zoom in a little bit on the family crest up there.
Oh, yeah. That's just...
This is the best picture I could find, unfortunately. But you could kind of see that their family crest kind of resembles the Jersey Devil, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got like, is this these little critters right here? Got wings? Little
the three little critters.
Weird head. Yeah. Okay.
So he starts putting the family crest on the almanacs. So you can see that one's from 1738. So that's definitely a Titan Leeds almanac.
Oh yeah, that says right there, Titan Leeds at the bottom.
Oh yeah,
Philadelphia.
Yeah. So another gentleman in Philadelphia who you may have heard of, named Benjamin Franklin, decided to start making his own almanac. Yes. So they kind of get into a feud,
an almanac feud.
Right. Benjamin Franklin is a very logics kind of guy, while Titan likes all the astronomy and astrology and occult kind of stuff. So they kind of become enemies. And then a few years before his death, Ben Franklin, in the Poor Richard's Almanac, which was his almanac, he wrote it under a pen name. He put in some fake astrology in there, saying the exact date that Titan would die. And so that date came and went, and Titan was still alive, but Titan would say like, "No, I'm still alive," and Ben Franklin would be like, "No, surely it is your ghost."
That's amazing. He just got trolled.
Yeah.
Ben Franklin.
Yeah. So Ben Franklin just trolled him like for like 5 or 6 years with this, and then he eventually died in 1738. And Ben Franklin printed a letter from Lee's ghost saying, "I actually admit I did die at the precise moment that you mentioned."
No.
Yeah.
That's a commitment to a bit.
Amazing. Damn.
Yeah. So that when Ben Franklin started saying that Titan had died and he was a ghost, that's when the rumors of the Leeds Devil started getting mentioned and started getting passed around.
Okay. Oh, and all from the crest and the almanac and this whole back and forth. Okay. Wow, that's so funny.
Isn't it?
It's great. Okay, so what do we got? Let's see, we got...
Oh,
so this is some
cute.
of the... Oh, that's a... So this is one of the Leeds almanacs.
Yeah.
And this looks awesome.
Looks like a pony.
That's one of the Dana Leeds ones, but you could see that it's all like the moon cycles and whatnot.
Cool. Oh yeah. Nice. Now is the creature at the top, that's added afterwards. That's not part of the almanac.
Yeah, that's added afterwards. Yeah, I just thought that was cool. That was
so
the only picture I could find of the Dana Leeds almanac, and it had the Jersey Devil top, so I was like, fuck it, put it in.
That looks great.
Looks like My Little
I would
Pony.
literally buy that reproduction. Hang it up. Cool. Oh yeah, so yeah, it's funny because those like the people around here, because when we're early, are always still talking about Farmer's Almanac too, which still has all the moon and sun cycles and tides and stuff in it too, along with like there are 2 almanacs fighting this year. Funny enough, I found out from one of my farmer friends. Yeah, there's a Farmer's Almanac and then there's like a competing Farmer's Almanac, and they both have completely different things this year about if the winter's going to be severe or not, and they're basically
Yeah, I actually saw an article about that when I was looking up trying to find more information about the almanacs. I saw like,
cool.
From August, it was like, whatever almanac says it's going to be a cold winter, in 2021. I'm like, I didn't know there were still almanacs. Farmers not have Google?
They still love the almanac. It's like a thing. Maybe because it says farmers on it. I don't know.
I guess. Maybe they should make like farmers.google.com or something.
They'll have it for 2 years and then forget about it.
Right, and then they'll shut it down.
It. Oh, 1 second. We've got the stream has paused. Something happened. Oh, we're back.
How did it? Oh.
Oh yeah. Sorry, folks.
It is Friday night, and the students are back, and Pornhub is having a sale. So.
Is there a free Pornhub now? Oh crap.
Didn't realize they had sales. I've been, buying full price this whole time. So
you know what? We were taking the occult too, making it too lightly, and perhaps this is the way that we are being punished with a slight interruption to the feed.
Sure.
Perhaps this is the Jersey Devil, putting his hoof on the, great Ethernet cable that runs under the Pine Barrens.
I know. Well, Jersey Devil, we are a big fan, and we're very sorry for offending you. So, Matt, what's going on in this next photo here? Or image?
This is just a cool picture I found of the Jersey Devil.
Oh, it's great.
Coming out of the swamp. It's cool as hell. Got nothing more to say about this other than it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a picture.
And so there was definitely a few scares involving the Jersey Devil. Is that what one of these is from? This
is from the Trenton Times in 1909.
Okay.
So this is at the time, I guess, still called the Leeds Devil. But this is just one of the many, scares and sightings of it throughout the ages. I think I have another one in here from the 60s.
Cool. There was like a thing I noticed. It's talking about you could see the hoof prints in the snow. There was like a thing with like creatures leaving hoof prints in the snows around this time, because there was like the devil walked in Devonshire, I think, or maybe it was around this time. Maybe it was the 1800s.
It's an alternate story of the footprints in the sand.
Yes. I don't walk alone on the beach. The Jersey Devil is carrying me.
No, yes.
Oh yeah. And
so I don't know if you could read the speech bubble there.
Let's zoom in here.
It says, I I couldn't make out the fourth word, but it says it's time for, looks like kafub now. All arrested tomorrow. So it's like a police officer running away from the Jersey Devil.
So true to life.
Jersey Devil says all cops are bastards.
And then he needs to go to the pub or something. I mean, I would not want to arrest the Jersey Devil. Especially if he's going to cut my internet if I try. That's very bad.
That's the worst thing that could happen to us right now.
And so, yeah, this is actually a great drawing.
I like this image a lot.
Yeah, this is a way more recent illustration from weirdnewjersey.com. I highly recommend that site if you want to read up on all the weird things that happen in New Jersey. We're going to talk about 2 more of those things later on. But
good.
They also have weird, whatever state you live in as well or want to learn about. So it's not just limited to New Jersey. I know for a fact there's a weird New York. I think there's like a weird Pennsylvania, weird Ohio, stuff like that.
I've thought about, in case like something happens with my current job, just becoming a tour guide and doing weird tours around here.
You should
like
do
it's
that.
my final thought. Just get an old bus and like paint it black and be like, we're gonna go look at Champy today, and hire like my drunk uncle to go like. Apologies, my uncle's not actually drunk.
It seems like you've really thought this out. But I am impressed. I thought you were just going to take them to all the toilet gardens and then leave them at a Stewart's.
Definitely got to go to the toilet garden. But
Yeah, I'm sorry, what's a toilet garden?
look up Potsdam, New York toilet garden or toilet wars. There was a man around here who got mad that he was not allowed to sell his land to a Dunkin' Donuts franchise.
Which I'm sorry, I'm so glad that didn't work out.
And so he proceeded to put toilets all over his property. And then then he had multiple properties because, of course, this isn't a guy that just has one property and he needed this. He has like 7 or 8 around town. So he then got into it and started making lots of toilet gardens everywhere and started actually arranging them artistically and doing things like putting urinals up on trees with flowers coming out of them.
Because then it's not
painting
mental
them.
illness, it's patriotism.
Honestly, it rules, though. I love the toilet garden. There's paths through the toilets now. It literally... One of the gardens looks like the Flushing Meadows sequence on The Simpsons.
Yeah, that sounds way better than a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, come to Potsdam, New York. Toilet gardens, and you don't have to go to Dunkin' Donuts because there's also a Tim Hortons in town. Much more fun. And a local coffee shop, Jernabi, very good. But yeah, but we must continue.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about this one. I just love this one because it said, "What is it?" Visits all south of Jersey, and then there's some pictures or some footprints in the snow there of the devil.
See, the devil started hanging out all over the place. Oh, creepy.
I love that they just like put dashes, to make it all one word. What is it?
I just want to say, on the sides of this, like the front article is the devil walking here, but then on either side is 50 burned or blown to pieces in a tunnel crib, and then big dynamite explosion jars 3 states.
1909 must have been really exciting. Things were just constantly exploding. The devil was walking on the earth.
Oh shit! Oh, we ended up triggering some interest in the chat about Tim Hortons and Dunkin' Donuts. I just want to say, Miranda says Betty worked at Tim Hortons in high school and had to yell at several people a day they did not take Canadian currency. Seems like they should.
Also, Allie, that is also my favorite order. I do like the French vanilla. I did not know you could get it white. I will do that next time.
She wants that at Dunkin' Donuts, though. She's defending Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, no.
People can like Dunkin' Donuts.
Tim Hortons has a French vanilla, and it is amazing. You can get the same thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you put this side by side. Tim Hortons is the better and more superior brand. I'm sorry, it is. It is. It's amazing in comparison. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's that free healthcare that they be having over there.
Okay, so we already tried the devil's patients earlier, and now we'll be trying Donut Lord patients here.
See, I gotta agree with Jasmine on this. Tim Hortons just outclasses Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, I feel like I love the Timbits. Way better than Munchkins. I'm sorry.
Oh, Allie doesn't know Tim Hortons with Allie.
It is.
You ever come up?
Amazing.
We'll bring you Timmy, or as the Canadians call it, Timmy Hose. I learned from a Quebecois tow truck driver one day. Oh, you can have a little bit of Canada. You go over to Timmy Hose over there. I love you. So
I feel like they should take Canadian currency though, because it's kind of like the embassy.
Yeah, honestly. If you ever get lost in the U.S., you can just go into Timmy Hortons and they take care of you. I like that.
Right.
It's their embassy. It's like you're safe here. Like the police can't come in. There's like a line.
Oh, I would love that. Oh.
You guys are using all the same arguments as Canadian truckers. Congrats.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
So there was a Jersey Terrier in town and the night watchman saw it.
Mm-hmm. It's another sighting. I think this one was in Philadelphia, because the sightings of the Jersey Devil have not just been, totally in New Jersey. The Jersey Devil does not obey state lines. He will cross over from time to time to Philly, walk through Camden.
The Barrens are not just in New Jersey.
Right. Well, this is an important fact that I've neglected to mention. He will not just show up in the woods, but he will show up in major cities too. There's been sightings in Philly. There's been sightings in Camden. There's been sightings in Trenton. And in the woods.
Ooh. And what is this?
So this is a picture from, I think it was 2015, sometime recently. This is someone who claims to have seen the Jersey Devil while walking through the woods, and got his phone quick enough to snap a picture.
Mm-hmm.
This made the newspapers.
I mean, that does look like fun. Ooh. And what is this the same, or is this someone? What is this?
I think that's the Chupacabra, and I think I just added that one by accident, but it's cool looking, so we could all look at that too.
That looks great. Is that actually real?
That looks like a hairless raccoon.
It might be.
Chupacabra's real.
Aren't like the Chupacabras mostly just hairless versions of different animals that no one recognizes?
It's usually like a hairless dog that's like sick.
Oh, does the Jersey Devil do anything? There's a question from Patrick in chat. Does it like harass livestock? Does it bug people?
Yeah, great question. So it's been rumored to kill people. It's definitely killed livestock. As a fawn, it's fawned more towards like chickens, but it's killed larger livestock as well.
Ooh, so farmers got to watch out.
Mm-hmm.
That's spectacular.
Oh God, Allie just asked Taylor if he's heard of the Jersey Devil, and he said, "Is that one of those things where you poop on someone's chest?" I don't think so.
No, that's a Cleveland steamer.
Please don't make that a thing, people. Please, let's keep the Jersey Devil's name pure.
Yeah.
What's your experience with the Jersey Devil, by the way? Like, how did you first learn? Do you ever have a memory of like when you first learned about the Jersey Devil?
Yeah, so we talked about it in Boy Scouts, of course.
Awesome.
I was in Boy Scouts for a brief period, and we went camping up in the Watchung mountains, hills, whatever they are. And we talked about it around the campfire, of course. And even when I was in Cub Scouts when I was a little kid, we talked about it, before going camping. And I remember we all like drew pictures of it with crayons and whatnot in the art room in elementary school.
That's awesome. That's so much fun. So speaking of drawings.
Good. He knows to wear a mask.
So the official New Jersey State Twitter account tweeted that out. So I'm glad our friend the Devil is staying safe. It's not going to catch COVID.
Mm-hmm. Diana's asking Jersey Devil versus Chupacabra. Who would win?
We can't do that yet.
A great question, and we will get to that momentarily.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the team, the hockey team.
Yes. So the hockey team is named after the Jersey Devil. They are slightly less scary, I guess. Still kind of scary.
Depends on how late it is in the bar when they come in.
Right. I don't know how much livestock they would kill. I don't know how they would fare versus the Chupacabra. But I guess we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in the legendary game.
Yeah, there's also a PlayStation 1 game called Jersey Devil. I don't think it has anything actually to do with New Jersey or the New Jersey Devil. But I just included it so we could talk about the next picture.
Yeah, I'm just imagining this is like a Crash Bandicoot clone or something.
Yeah, it's like a platformer. One of those platformers where, the mascot had attitude because it was the 90s. And
this is the same era where they had like the opposite attitude mascot of Rayman, which I had in my Atari Jaguar. The friendliest thing imaginable.
Yeah, no arms.
Ooh, is that?
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I found a picture of the Jersey Devil from the PlayStation game, morbidly obese. So I just had to include that.
Oh
Um,
my god.
And anytime I do any sort of public speaking, I need to put some sort of like DeviantArt, fetish fan art in here. So
We
just
have
need to throw that in.
He looks so
We need to showcase this beautiful art.
I'm actually gonna get a print for my home, just frame it up on the wall.
Beautiful. You're right behind you there.
It's nice to have art.
So what is this barrier here in the sewer grate?
Yeah, so this is I wanted to touch upon two other New Jersey legends and folklore real quick. So this is one that I've personally experienced. And this is called 13 Bumps Road.
Okay.
Have you guys heard of this before?
Mm-mm.
So it's like a road going up to the Watchung Hills, and the legend has it that there was I think like 13 witches, and they killed. They were like running around the woods killing people. So eventually they were all found and hung, and they were buried in the dirt road. So that there would be like bumps, so that when people went over them, I guess they would know that there were dead witches there.
Oh my god!
And so they
That's a
paved
weird
over
way
it
to do
twice
some
now,
bumps.
but the bumps, they haven't gone away. You'd think after paving it there would be no more bumps, but the bumps are still there. And
No kidding.
So legend has it, as you drive over the bumps at night, you have to count out all 13 bumps, and then if you look in your rearview mirror, you'll see the witches.
Ooh. So what have you experienced with this? Have you experienced just the bumps, or?
So I've
Here?
done the bumps. I've hit all 13. I called them out, looked in the rearview mirror, didn't see any witches. That doesn't mean it's not there. I have trouble with basic numbers. I may have counted wrong.
But you avoided the witches in the rearview mirror, and that's what's important.
As far as I know, maybe
So if
I'm
you're in New
dead and
Jersey-
this is just a dream.
If you're in New Jersey and you start getting on a bumpy road, start counting fast,
Yes,
basically.
if you want to see witches,
Okay.
which I assume everyone listening does.
Oh, yeah. And what is this beautiful post up here?
That's just a weird clown sign on a liquor store. That's just
Okay.
creepy.
That is actually pretty haunting. It's like I want to
Yeah.
go in, but then I don't because of clowns.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Circus Circus in Las Vegas, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck Circus Circus.
Yeah.
Terrifying.